Straighten this up a bit. All right, we live on Son of Christ. Clap it up. It's the Isupk, Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Start at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Under Commander General Yohanan. You understand? Isupk is not affiliated with no other Hebrew Israelite group. You understand? We stand alone. And since 1969, we've been teaching the truth according to this Bible, man. You understand? That truth is what? That the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians are the lost sheep of the house of Israel and God's chosen people, man. You understand? Since 1969, Isupk has been breaking down, dissecting these scriptures, you understand, and proliferating this truth throughout the earth to the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. You understand? The only ones who need salvation, only ones who need to be saved from something. You understand? The only ones who need to be redeemed, the only ones who need help in this place. You know what I mean? And under Commander General Yohanan, you know what I'm saying? He raised up priests and prophets, you understand, to teach this truth. You understand? So our brothers and sisters scattered to and fro throughout this earth, man. You understand? So Baba Kashar, if you could, brother, let's go to where we going? Let's go to Zephaniah 2:1, of course.
The book of Zephaniah, chapter 2, verse 1. Gather yourselves together.
Do what?
Gather yourselves together.
You understand? This is an order. You know what I mean? That is given to so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, man. You understand? When Commander General Yohanan, you know what I'm saying, gave an order for all camps to come together, for us to come together. You understand? That wasn't an option. You understand? It's not a friendly suggestion. You understand? Us gathering together as blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians is an order from God. You understand? And it is a life and death decision that we have to make. You understand? We have been attaching ourselves to these other nations. You know what I mean? To their religions, to their beliefs, to their philosophies, to their ideologies that they push to and fro throughout the earth. You understand? We've been attaching ourselves to everything that they love and their culture and their beliefs. You know what I mean? And in doing so, what have we done? We've disregarded and neglected all of our history. You understand? We've disregarded, you understand, and neglected our culture, our true identity. You understand what I'm saying? So this is an order given to us, you know what I'm saying, for the Most High, for us to do what? Read it again from the top, brother.
Gather yourselves together. Yea, gather together, O nation, not desire.
You understand it? It's so important that we gather together that the brother said it twice. You understand what I'm saying? He said, gather together. Yea, gather together. You know what I mean? O nation, not desire, man. You understand? We're talking about a nation. I mean, we're talking about a people on this earth that are not desired here in this place. We're talking about people on this earth that are not cared for in this place. You understand? We're talking about a people on this earth that receive no sympathy nor empathy from everyone else, man. You understand? We're talking about a people on this earth that are what? They're at the bottom of the totem pole, that have been on the bottom of the totem pole, you understand what I'm saying, for a very long time. You know what I'm saying? Who are we talking about? We're talking about so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians.
That's right.
And you ain't gotta look too far to see that. You know what I mean? That ain't hard to see. It ain't hard to see that black people struggle more than any other people on this earth. It ain't hard to see that Hispanic people struggle more than any other people on this earth. You understand? Need I speak about the Native American Indians? You know what I mean? Who even talks about them anymore? Have they've technically been forgotten about, man. The Native American Indians have been forgotten about. And all you got is these so-called oppressors walking around and claiming to be 5% goddamn Indian. $5 Indians. You understand? How wicked is that, man? No, you too are, but like, where the hell is the full blood Indians, man? You know what I mean? Where the hell is our Cherokee brothers? You know what I'm saying? Them Blackfoot brothers, them Lumbee Indians. You know what I'm saying? Where they at, man? You understand? What's up, y'all?
I mean, like America and even the whole world, you know, nobody really knows what's going on with them Americans.
Right.
You know, only time you hear about the Native Indians is when they being violated. Only time you hear about it. If they violate their land, if they violate their women, which they're doing on a regular, like, you know, and that's the only time you hear of them. Like, it's like they're not even a part of what they call America.
Right.
They like another nation disassociated.
You know what I mean?
Even more so than we are.
You know what I'm saying? At least you can see the police brutality of so-called Blacks and Hispanics. You know what I mean? You see it on the TV, you see it on the news, you see it on the YouTube. You know what I'm saying? You see it pop up on your time feed. You see brothers get gunned down in the streets. It's like we don't even see what's going on with Native American Indians. They don't even show it. You know what I mean? But I done heard plenty of brothers tell me, and it's like when you go to them goddamn reservations, brother, damn, they make you drop to your face and just cry. And we'll just pray for them right there because of what's going on out there, man. You know what I'm saying? They are living in the ghettos, you know what I'm saying, the barrios, you know what I'm saying, the barrios, just how we are, man. You understand? They are out there suffering and dying and damn alcoholics when alcohol is illegal out there on the reservations. You understand? Like, how the hell you gonna get them alcohol and then make the damn alcohol illegal? You understand? So it's the same way how they do was they give us the guns. You know what I mean? They drop off the gun crates in Chicago. They drop off the drugs, you know what I'm saying, up north. And then, you know what I'm saying, charge you for it, judge you for it. When they the ones that continue to bring it over here. You know what I mean? What we gotta understand is that this world is against us, man. You know what I'm saying? Once we understand that this world is against us, it'll make it 10 times easier to do what the scripture said. You know what I'm saying? Read that from the top.
The book of Zephaniah, chapter 2, verse 1. Gather yourselves together.
Do what?
Gather yourselves together.
You understand? If we knew that these other nations were our enemies and they wanted nothing to do with us, it would be 10 times easier for us to gather together, man. You understand why? Because once you know who your enemy is, what you gonna do? You gonna be a dummy and stay around him, or you gonna be smart? You gonna get the hell away from him. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be smart. You know what I'm saying? And clip up with your brothers and with your sisters, the ones that love and care about you. You understand? Read on.
Yea, gather together, O nation, not desire.
You understand? These scriptures are so heavy, man. Because a Christian doesn't, you know what I'm saying? Christian pastors do not teach that there are people on this earth that are not desired, man. Christian pastor doesn't teach that it's people on this earth that are being hunted. You understand? A Christian pastor doesn't teach that there are people on this earth that are not loved by everyone. You understand? But what we gotta know as Blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians is that the Most High loves us, man. You understand? The Most High loves us more than He loves anybody on this goddamn earth.
That's right.
You understand? He loves Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, right? Read from the top one more time.
Gather yourselves together. Yea, gather together, O nation, not desired.
You understand? O nation, not desired, man. You know what I mean? And the nation you're talking about is who? The nation of Israel, man.
That's right.
You understand what I'm saying? So-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. You know what I'm saying? Give me Amos 3 and more. You understand? Lord is talking about the so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, man. That's what the scripture is talking about. That's what this Bible is talking about. You understand? The nation that is not desired, not desired by who? It's not talking about the Most High. You understand? It's talking about the people on this earth, man. These other nations, man. You understand? Read that from the top, brother.
The book of Amos, chapter 3, verse 1. Hear this word that the Lord hath spoken against you, O children of Israel.
Oh, who?
Children of Israel.
Oh, who?
Children of Israel.
You understand what I'm saying? This word has been spoken against us, man. The children of Israel, man. You understand? So-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, man. The 12 tribes of Israel, man. You understand? Read on.
Against the whole family.
Against who?
The whole family.
Saying each tribe, man. There's 12 tribes in Israel, man. Each tribe, man. This is speaking against all of us. You understand? Read on.
Which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying,
which I did what?
Brought up from the land of Egypt.
You hear that a lot in this Bible, man. You know what I'm saying? The Lord, we so goddamn stubborn and so stiff in that. You know what I'm saying? The Lord has to remind us all the time what he's done for us, man. How he saved us numerous times. Time after time after time. The Lord saves us, redeems us from our captivities, redeems us from when we down and out. You understand? Because we wanted to be damn disobedient. You know what I mean? There's only one people that the Lord brought out of Egypt. And who was that? The so-called Israelites.
That's right.
You understand? That would have to mean what? That the damn Hamites that had the Israelites in captivities could not have been God's chosen people, man. You know what I'm saying? Because he didn't save the Hamites, man. He actually destroyed them.
Right.
He actually sent plagues on them. He actually killed every goddamn firstborn son, you know what I'm saying, to everything. You understand? But read on.
Verse 2.
Uh-huh.
You only have I known.
You what?
You only have I known.
Meaning what? What does that mean when it says you only have I known? What does that say, Yadazar?
To know somebody, you have to deal with them.
Damn right, you know what I'm saying? Really, big up yourself. You know what I
mean? If you haven't known them, if you haven't dealt with them, then you can't know them.
Exactly, man. You understand? Like I can't, and that's brotherhood. That's brotherhood right there. You can't say somebody your brother and you don't know that, man. You know what I'm saying? You don't know how his mind works. You don't know what he possibly would do. You know what I'm saying? Be able to make a decision. Like it's brothers in this school. You know what I'm saying? It's brothers in the school. We all on one accord, man.
That's right.
We all on one accord. We got one mind. You know what I'm saying? There's one body, as the scriptures say. You know what I'm saying? We all in the same spirit. You understand? We all teach and follow the same truth. You know what I'm saying? There's no confusion back here as far as, you know what I'm saying, what we're doing. There's no confusion back here, the objective that we have. You know what I'm saying? There's no confusion back here as far as the duties of the men of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Or the women of the Lord or the children of the Lord. There's no confusion back here.
That's right.
You understand? Read it from the top.
Verse 2. You only have I known of all the families of the earth.
Of all the what?
All the families of the earth.
Unless you know what? There's more families. And it is an S behind families. Meaning they are families.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? There are families that are not related to other families, man. You understand? And we in the Isupk know who these families are. We know who these other nations are. You understand? It's 18 nations in total. We make up one of those nations. Yasha Allah in the Hebrew, Israel in English. You know what I'm saying? Are the Israelites, man. You know what I mean? These other nations are not the same as us. Nor are we the same as them. You know what I'm saying? And hell, they're not even the same as each other. They all got different cultures and different vibes that they give off and different. And it's so crazy, Anazar, because we see it and we deal with it every day. Like there's a stigma on all the nations, and we just act like we don't know. You know what I'm saying? What's going on?
You know, this is a little thing, but this is a good example, and it brought this to mind when it happened. Mm-hmm. Just the other night, I went into the store right there to buy some cups, just like that, the 25-cent cup. Okay. And the boss, who's an Elamite, he was there, and they didn't have no cups left, no 25-cent cups. So I said, I'll take one of these. You know, you can charge me 50 cents, but he said, no, you must pay 89 cents for a cup just like that. You know, it was just a little bit bigger, but he wanted to charge me 89 cents for that cup, man. I said, no, I'm not paying no 89 cents.
You know what's funny about that? If the sister was working there, you would never have that problem.
This is exactly what I'm saying. He was there.
Right.
You know, the sister would say, hey, here, take two, give me $1.50 or give me $1. Right. You know what I'm saying? But this nigga wanted me to, I'm not paying up, and I don't give a fuck. Do this for
No, you too wild. You know what I'm saying? You don't give a damn. I understand though. I understand.
You know, this is how these people look at us. Like they could just take, you know, even though it's just some change, it's the principle. Like, really, nigga?
Yeah, it is. It's definitely the principle, bro.
You know, they come into our community, at least down here, in the store, as a cash register, you know, in New York, they have their whole family in there. You don't see no brothers and sisters in there.
Yeah, you damn right about that. They don't want no niggas working in there. They don't want no niggas working there. Why? You wanna know why? You know what I'm saying? And I hear all the time. they know they have a natural impulse for their people, a position to help each other out. You understand? I've sat back and I've just seen it numerous times. We're just working in food service. I've seen it. You know how lenient he is with his people, how lenient he is with these other nations, and he knows that we would do the same for our people.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? I've literally had an Edomite come out and tell me that he admires the connection that black people have with just random black people. Like he was like, he likes how black people, they can see each other, and it's like they don't have to know each other, but they can be on the same page for a few seconds. You know what I'm saying? What you got?
If I may. That's why, Adawan, they work so hard to keep us divided, because they know this.
You goddamn right. That's why we say what in Isupk. Brotherhood is a goddamn weapon. You understand what I'm saying? No, the so-called Edomites can't do a goddamn thing if we do what Zephaniah 2:1 told us to do. You understand? If we gather together, man. You know what I mean? Because we that nation that's not desired. You go down further, say for what? You know what I'm saying? Before the Lord pour his goddamn wrath out on this place, which he is doing. You understand? You know what I'm saying? The water your house for the goddamn the COVID-19. You understand? The water for the COVID-19. I've been able to chill a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? Been able to vibe a little bit more. Been able to spend time with their kids, spend time with their women. You understand? Spend more time in the class. You know what I mean? Focus more on this truth, man, because every day, 365 a year, we are what? We're slaves in this place, man. You understand? We are oppressed in this place, man. Damn right, brother. You know what I mean? Because we can't go on the street corners and say, we told y'all niggas, you understand what I'm saying? We told you Negroes that these stores are going to close. We told y'all, you know what I'm saying, that Esau can't protect y'all, man. We told y'all that the Lord was going to wreak havoc on this place. We can't even do it because Esau's so goddamn scared. He's shaking in his boots. He closing everything down. He done broke down to, I think, to where you're going to have like five people gathering or something like that.
You know, this, if I may.
What's going on?
This shows you who Esau. This something the coronavirus has made perfectly clear to watch. Esau loved his money more than anything. He's more afraid of his economy falling and being destroyed and losing money than he cares about his own people. And that's something. If you listening to the news, I see this every day. Like, if they could, they would reopen the economy right now.
You goddamn right they would. You know they are hurting right now with they goddamn stocks. Them stocks is dropping every goddamn thing. Except Medicare, I think there's a few ones that are still booming.
Yeah, like
you know what I mean?
The food is still all right.
Yeah.
And all the medical supplies and stuff. If you got those kind of stocks, you all right. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
What do they call them? What's the word they call them? Commodities.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Commodities is all right. But all the other things, the commodities is like natural goods.
Right.
We still need those things. But those extra things like restaurants and vacations and all of these things, hotels, which is mostly, if you notice, the medium grade hotels on down is controlled on the East Coast mostly by the Edomites. Right. You know what I'm saying? I went to Atlantic City in the Edomites had all the hotels. The little not the big hotels in the city, but like if you stay on the outskirts and shit and then go into the city during the day, right? All of them little hotels out there, the Edomites got that shit. Good night. You know what I'm saying? So this is hurting their pockets, man. This is hurting their pockets, and that's what they fear more than anything because that's their power. And you know what's funny? It's not even funny. You know what the truth about all of this? It's well goddamn deserved. Yep. You understand? They deserve it. It's well deserved that they get a taste. They get a taste. You understand what I'm saying? Of not being able to control how their life works. You understand? They get a taste of actually having to be like, am I gonna have money? You understand? Am I gonna be able to take care of my family? These is something the Edomites gotta think about now. They can't rely on all that money they got in them stocks. You know what I mean? They can't rely on their slaveries no more like that. You know what I'm saying? Most of them can, but a lot of them can't. Now they gotta feel what it's like to suffer. You understand? And if I may, what's going on? Even Moab, like Moab has treated us like shit since they started taking over in the 70s, right? And now You know, you never heard of a Moabite getting beat up. You never heard of them getting jumped. You never even heard of them hardly getting robbed.
Well, 1 second. You about to say now they have been, right?
Now, because of the coronavirus, they getting their ass whipped all over the country, all over the world. Because they are being perceived as a certain kind of way now. So now they get to see what it feels like.
Right.
They laugh at us, just like full of pride. Mm-hmm. They're full of pride. But the Most High is going to treat them like Sodom and Gomorrah.
You goddamn right he is, brother. You know what I'm saying? Damn right. Pick up yourself. You know what I'm saying? That's heavy. You understand? Damn right, man. You understand? They gonna get back what they've done to us, man. You understand? That's the problem with the other nation. They wanna execute judgment on everyone else, but they got themselves. You understand? Everyone has to answer for their crimes on this place, in this earth. You know what I'm saying? Everyone has to answer for their crimes. Everyone has to, you know what I'm saying, be held accountable for. No one has been held accountable nor charged, you know what I'm saying, with why Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians are in the conditions that they're in.
That's right.
Are suffering the way that they're suffering. You understand? Are dying the way that they're dying, man. You understand? So much so that the Lord is going to have to show these other nations that you cannot run from judgment. You understand? And as much as they want to exalt their authority, you know what I mean? They cannot run from the Lord's judgment, man. You understand?
That's right.
Was it more now? It's live.
Therefore, I will punish you for all your iniquity.
Read it from the top.
The book of Amos, chapter 3, verse 2. You only have I known of all the families of the earth. Mm-hmm. Therefore, I will punish you for all your iniquity.
For all your what?
Iniquity.
For all your what?
Iniquity.
Which is what?
Sins.
Which is sin, man. You understand? The Lord said he's going to punish which he has been doing. You understand? But our punishment is not going to be forever, man. You understand? We are coming up on the end time of that punishment, man. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, brother?
If I may, I was having a talk with my brother, and she said to me, a lot of these people, they follow God, they don't do bad things, they don't say. I said, hold up. I said, they follow coronavirus.
That is the mindset of a Christian.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Who doesn't understand anything or what's going on around. It's hard to explain things to Christians because Christians are children. You understand? It's like explaining to a 5-year-old who loves to eat ice cream all day. It's like explaining to them that they can't eat ice cream all day. They have to eat dinner.
And food.
You understand? A child does not understand that. A child thinks in their mind that they can eat candy all day and be good. You understand? A child thinks in their mind they got a snack that they love, they can eat that snack. But an adult knows that their body needs to consume certain things in order to stay functioning properly. You understand what I'm saying? Like it's not about what you want, basically. That's what I'm trying to get at. Like Christians focus and only care about what the hell they want. You understand? Like if you are in that Christian church, you are a selfish individual, man. You understand? You are a selfish individual, man. Why? Because your pastor is a selfish individual, and that is who you follow. You understand?
That's right.
And the scripture say, "What you shall know them by their fruits." And the fruit that's buried in the Isupk are selfless.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Are zealous, are ambitious to do what? To raise Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians up from this goddamn hellhole we living in and teach them that they are the greatest people that walk the face of this earth. You understand? Now, drop that, right? Give me Psalm 147, verse 19. You understand? We got to understand that what? We got to gather together, man. And there's a reason why we got to gather together, because God only gives a damn about us. You know what I'm saying? To and fro, like when you go throughout this Bible, you'll find out that God only gives a damn about Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, man. You know what I'm saying? Read it from the top.
The 147th Psalm, verse 19. He showeth his word unto Jacob.
Unto who?
Unto Jacob.
Read on.
His statutes and his judgment.
Who is Jacob?
The progenitor of the 12 tribes of Israel.
Damn right. You understand? The progenitor of so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, man. The forefather. You know what I'm saying? Read on.
His statutes and his judgment.
Meaning what?
The law.
The law.
And the punishment.
And the punishments for breaking the law. Right? Read on.
Unto Israel.
Unto who?
Israel.
Unto who?
Israel.
No, everyone.
Israel.
You understand? The Lord only gave his laws, statutes, and commandments, you know what I'm saying, unto the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. You know what I mean? No one else was given the law that we have. That's why when they can't break the law, they can't sin. You understand what I'm saying? Because the law is not for them, it's not theirs. Who gives a damn if a so-called European wants to eat pork? Enjoy yourself. Go eat the whole pig, eat it raw for all I give a damn. You understand? It becomes a sin when the so-called black, Hispanic, or Native American Indian consumes that pork, man. You understand? It becomes a sin when the so-called black, Hispanic, and Native American Indian chooses to smoke that blunt or smoke that cigarette. You understand? It becomes a sin when a black, Hispanic, and Native American Indian woman, you know what I'm saying, chooses to disobey her husband, chooses to disobey her man. That's when it becomes a sin. You understand what I'm saying? But read on.
Verse 20. He hath not dealt so with any nation.
No, he has.
Not dealt so with any nation.
You understand? The Lord is not dealing with nobody, man. Same way Amos 3:1 said, what? You only have I known, man. Of all the families of the earth. You understand? The Lord makes clear distinctions that he is only rocking with one nation, and that's the nation of Israel, man. You know what I'm saying? What's up, y'all? So I see you like you got
I'm really starting to understand, like, I'm being real.
Yeah.
Like, this next portion is deep right here.
Go ahead and read it, brother.
As for his judgments.
As for his what?
As for his judgments.
Meaning what, Yanazar?
His punishments.
His punishments that we just read about what? That he was going to put on who?
On us.
On us, you know what I'm saying? In Amos 3:1, it said, you only have I known, therefore I shall punish you for all your iniquities. You understand? So now we're talking about those punishments. You know what I'm saying? Read on.
They, meaning the other nations, like, they have not known them.
They have what?
They have not known them.
You understand? Read it from the top again, from that verse, not from
verse 20.
Yeah, right.
He has not dealt so with any nation.
He has not dealt so with any nation. You understand? Not only does he not know them, as Amos 3:1 said, but he don't even deal with them, man. You understand what I'm saying? They can do what the hell they want to do. You know what I'm saying? The Lord not watching them. You know what I'm saying? That's like you. That's like you watching the kids in the neighborhood. You looking out the window. You don't care what the hell them other kids in the neighborhood doing. You know who you looking for? You looking for your badass son. You know what I'm saying? You looking for your little grown, wanna-be grown daughter. That's what you looking for. You looking for your responsibilities. You understand what I'm saying? Who the hell cares what these other kids are doing? You're not the one raising them. They're not the ones that's coming home into your household. You know what I'm saying? That's how the Lord is, man. The Lord don't give a damn about other nations. He don't care what they do. You know what I mean? They can do what the hell they want. The only time they mess up is when what, Yanazar?
When they go against the Most High.
Is when they go against the Lord and they touch his children, man. You understand? They put their hands on the Lord's people, man. The same way you can go to hell off what? If someone put their hands on your children. You understand? Whether it be the kids, the mother, the father, you don't give a damn. You understand? You're going to let it be known that you are not about to touch what's mine. You understand? You are not about to destroy what's mine. And that's what the Lord is going to do to this place, man. You know what I'm saying? Because of the crimes that the so-called oppressor has committed against blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, he has to go into slavery, man. He has to be eradicated from this earth, man, for what he's done to our people. You understand? Ain't no coming back for it. Ain't no coming back from this. This is it for him. You know what I mean? You black, Hispanic, and Native American Indian, you get your behind in these classes, man. You understand? You get your behind in school. And you gather together, the scriptures say, under Commander General Yohana, man. The most controversial man that I know on the planet. You know what I mean? Who only gives a damn about blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. Why? Because Christ only gives a damn about blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, man. Because God only gives a damn about blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, man. You know what I'm saying? You can't prove in this Bible that God loves everybody. You can't prove in this Bible that Christ loves everybody. You can't prove in this Bible that the disciples loved everybody. You cannot prove it, man. You understand? So it's time for these pastors to stand the hell down. Time for them to sit down somewhere and let the real men of the Lord pick up the helm of raising blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. You understand what I'm saying? Read from the top, brother.
The book of Psalms, chapter 147, verse 20. He has not dealt so with any nation.
He has not what?
Dealt so with any nation.
Read on.
And as for his judgments, they have not known them.
They have not what?
They have not known them.
They're saying they don't even know the Lord's punishments, man. They don't know because the Lord is not dealing with them. It's that simple. You understand? That's it on that.
Praise ye the Lord.
You know what I'm saying? Praise ye the Lord, man. You know what I'm saying? Give the Lord a hand for that. You understand? That is a glorious thing for the Lord to only be punishing us. You understand what I'm saying? It is a glorious thing. You know what I'm saying? Read it from the side one more time.
Verse 19 or 20?
Read 19.
The book of Psalms, chapter 147, verse 19. He showeth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and judgments, and his judgments unto Israel. Verse 20. He hath not dealt so with any nation. And as for his judgments, they have not known them.
You know what I'm saying? They don't even know the Lord's judgment, man. You know what I mean? But what they do know is the coronavirus is here. You know what I'm saying? The coronavirus is here, man. You know what I mean? Now drop that. Give me Romans 9 and 13. You know what I mean?
The book of Romans.
It's a reason why the Lord is only telling blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians to gather together. It's a reason behind it. You understand? Read on.
The book of Romans, chapter 9, verse 13. As it is written.
As it is what?
As it is written.
Meaning what, James?
That is written in the Old Testament.
Meaning it's in the Old Testament, man. Meaning it's in the goddamn Apocrypha, too. You understand what I'm saying? To and fro throughout this Bible, man, you're going to read, you understand? And so like you're going to hear about what we're about to read. You understand? Read on.
Jacob have I loved.
Now, who is Jacob?
The progenitor of the 12 tribes of Israel.
You understand? The forefather, man, the progenitor of the 12 tribes of Israel, man. You know what I mean? Read on.
But Esau have I hated.
Esau have I what?
Hated.
What?
Hated.
Come on, Yanazar.
Hated.
If you're going to read the Bible, Yanazar, you got to read it right.
But Esau have I hated.
You see, but when I learn from these Christians, they tell me that hate is not in the Bible, Yanazar. They tell me that God loves everybody, man. You understand? What the hell is going on here? Somebody not telling the truth. Somebody is not telling the truth, man. You understand? Because Christians will tell me that God loves everybody. You understand what I'm saying? So why the hell am I even reading the word hate in the Bible, man? That's right. You understand? Read it one more time from the top.
As it is written, Jacob have I loved.
You understand? Jacob is a forefather, progenitor of so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. You understand? So the Lord is saying that he loves who? He loves blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, right?
That's right. But Esau.
But who?
Esau.
Who was Esau?
The progenitor of the white man.
Let's get it, man. Genesis 25 and 25. Should be where it's at. Might start at 24. Or maybe 23, right? But that's where it's at.
The book of Genesis.
Where it started.
Where it started. Children struggled together within her.
The children did what?
Together within her.
So what sister is this right here?
This is Rebecca.
This is Rebecca. And the children are what? They're struggling together, man. They're giving her pain, man. You understand? They're fighting in the goddamn womb. And this mother is like, what the hell is going on, man? You know what I'm saying? Because she's feeling everything. So she's like, what the hell is going on in here, man? You understand? Read on.
And she said, if it be so, why am I thus?
Listen, if it be so, if this be the Lord's will, you understand? Why am I going through this pain, man? Why am I going through all this agony? You understand? Read on.
And she went to inquire of the Lord.
And she did what?
Went to inquire of the Lord.
And this is another thing you got to understand about women, man. You understand? Women understood their place. The women in this Bible understood their place, man.
That's right.
You understand? No woman, you understand what I'm saying, ever is to break down these scriptures. You know what I'm saying? No woman is ever, you know what I'm saying, teach a congregation of men. You understand what I'm saying? Women who in this Bible, they went to inquire anything, whether it be a dream, whether it be what the sister going through with her womb, whether it be for counsel, they went to inquire from who? From the men of the Lord, man. You understand? From the men that God put in charge. You understand what I'm saying? And that's not saying that a woman has no value. That's not saying that a woman, you understand what I'm saying, can't teach. A woman can teach a lot of things. And we all in here in the ISUPK, we know a woman can teach a lot of things and a woman has a lot of value. But your value is not where you think it's supposed to be. You understand? Your power is not what you think it's supposed to be. You understand what I'm saying? Your power is in what? In you being feminine.
That's right.
You being a sweet, dainty woman. Why? Because you can conform the world to do whatever the hell you want it to do. You understand? Not from being a loudmouth dragon. You understand? Not from trying to usurp your authority on everybody, right, but from being the sweetest thing that ever walked on this earth. You know what I mean? That's how a woman gets whatever the hell she wants. You know what I'm saying? You will make a man buckle to his goddamn knees if you are the sweetest thing that he has ever seen. You know what I mean? But read on.
Verse 23. And the Lord said unto her, two nations are in thy womb.
Whoa. This sister is pregnant with twins. And the Lord said, what?
Two nations are in thy womb.
Good night. We done read about nations, right? We also found out that what? That God only loves one of those nations.
Right.
God only deals with one of those families. You understand? So this sister is pregnant with two nations. Meaning what? Meaning these babies are going to be what?
Different nations.
They're going to be the progenitor of these nations, man. You understand? They go right. They're right. They're going to be two different nations. You understand? They're going to be two different people. You know what I mean? Read on.
And two manner of people.
Good night. You understand? Two manner of people, man. These two children in her womb, they're not even going to think alike, Yanazar. They're not even going to want to do the same thing. They're not even going to have the same interests. You understand? Read on.
Shall be separated from thy, two manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels.
No, shall be joined together.
Shall be separated from thy bowels.
No, shall join hand in hand.
Shall be separated from thy bowels.
You understand what I'm saying? This is what Christians don't understand, man. This is prophesied in the goddamn Old Testament, man.
That's right.
In the Old Testament, that we were supposed to be separated from who? From Esau, man.
That's
from the so-called oppressor. You understand what I'm saying? From the goddamn womb, man. From the womb, we're supposed to be separated, man. You understand? Read that one more time.
And the Lord said unto her, two nations are in thy womb.
Two nations are what?
In thy womb.
Read on.
And two manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels.
Shall be separated from thy bowels, man. From meaning what? When she gives birth to them, they are no longer together no more. Right. They are no longer what? Brothers, no more. You understand what I'm saying? Shalom, Yahweh Shem Qadash. No sweat anything, brother. You know what I'm saying? Read on.
The one people shall be stronger than the other people.
The one people shall what?
Be stronger than the other people.
What that sound like? What that sound like?
That sound like the black man and the white man.
It sound like the Bible when they say, for thou art a holy people, a special people unto the Lord, thy God. You understand? It sound like the Lord thy God has chosen thee to be a special people unto himself. You understand what I'm saying? Above all people, man. That's what it sounds like it's talking about to me. You know what I'm saying? It sounds like somebody who will come out of this womb, you know what I'm saying, is going to be a beast, man. It's going to be a superstar in everything that they do. You understand? Read it one more time.
And the Lord said unto her, let me get where I'm at.
No, you're good. No, do you think?
The book of Genesis, chapter 25, verse 23. And the Lord said unto her, two nations are in thy womb.
Right. And
two manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels.
You understand? From thy bowels, man. You understand? To help with the Christian church telling me that I'm supposed to join hand in hand with everybody, when the Bible is telling me back in the goddamn Old Testament that the Lord was going to separate two nations from the womb of Rebecca, man. You understand what I'm saying? It ain't got nothing to do with what the hell a Christian want. How about we actually start following and doing what God said, man? How about we actually read these records and apply them to our life? How about we do that for once? You understand? How about we stop being hypocrites, man? How about we stop being liars, man? You understand? How about we stop being so goddamn sinful and try to actually follow what's in this Bible? You understand? Read on.
The one people shall be stronger than the other people.
The one people shall what?
Be stronger than the other people.
Because remember, they're two different manner of people, man. You understand? So one people shall be stronger than the other people, man. You understand? Who's the strongest on this earth? What you got?
Blacks, Hispanics.
Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, man. It's no question. There's no question that we're the strongest on the earth. You may find a couple other nations and heathens, you know what I'm saying, here and there. They got some brolic sized brothers, some pretty strong brothers, you know what I'm saying? But you know how many pills he's got to take to acquire that strength? You know how many shots he's got to take, how many surgeries he's got to take to acquire that strength? Right. You understand what I'm saying? Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are naturally born amazing.
That's right.
We're naturally born, you know what I'm saying, goddamn superstars.
That's right.
Naturally, out the womb. You understand what I'm saying? That's just how we are, man. You understand? Read on.
And the elder shall serve the younger.
And the elder shall what?
Serve the younger.
So the Bible says that the elder shall serve the younger, man. You understand? Now let's see who comes out the womb first. Read on.
Verse 24.
Uh-huh.
And when her days to be delivered were fulfilled.
Meaning what? Meaning it's about time for her to have that baby. You know what I'm saying? She been pregnant for a little while. You know what I'm saying? It's about time. That water about to break real soon. You understand? Hell, it's about to break now. Read on.
Behold, there were twins in her womb.
They were what?
Twins.
Man, they found out she got twins, man. It's your line, brother. I wish you thought. You know what I'm saying? They found out she got twins, man. Twins in her womb. You know what I mean? Read on.
Verse 25.
Uh-huh.
And the first came out red all over.
Hold on. The first, right? So the first son that came out, remember the scripture just said what? Said the elder shall serve the younger. So the baby that comes out first is older than the baby that comes out next. So this, we describing what this first baby looked like, right? So let's read on.
All over like a hairy garment.
Like a what?
Hairy garment.
So that first baby that came out, he was red. You know what I'm saying? And the hairy all over like a garment. You know what I'm saying? Like a goddamn caveman. Like a let's bring it home. Like a monkey, right? Like an ape. Let's bring it home, right? That's what he looked like, right? Yeah. What other animal you know is hairy and red all over, right?
Right.
A monkey, right? Yeah, like a monkey. You understand? Read on.
And they called his name Esau.
They called him what?
Esau.
Oh, y'all remember we read Romans 9 and 13, right? What did that scripture say?
If I may.
For 1 second, finish where you at so we can get the other brother name too.
Verse 26.
Uh-huh.
And after that came his brother.
His who?
His brother.
Read on.
And his hand took hold of Esau's heel.
Uh-huh. Read on.
And his name was called Jacob.
Boom. So we got two names right here. Esau came out first, and Jacob came out second. You understand? Go to Romans 9 and 13 real quick. You know what I'm saying? I'm passing
the book of Romans.
Mm-hmm.
Chapter 9, verse 13.
Right.
As it is written.
As it is written, meaning what? Back in the Old Testament, you understand? Which is what we were just reading.
Right.
We're in the New Testament now. We're in Romans. You understand? Read on.
Jacob have I loved.
Who have I loved?
Jacob have I loved.
Who does God love?
Jacob have I loved.
Okay, read on. Because according to the Christian church, he loves everybody. So I'm a little confused why he's even specifying who he loves specifically. You know what I'm saying? Specifically, let me not be the nigga and say specifically, niggas be. You know what I'm saying? Read on.
But Esau have I hated.
But who?
Esau have I hated.
According to this Bible, man, God does not love everybody.
That's right.
According to this Bible, God loves the so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, and he does not give a damn about these other nations.
That's right.
Specifically, he hates Esau, man. He hates the nation of Edom, man. He hates the so-called Edomite, who is who? The so-called oppressor on this earth today, man. You understand? He does not give a damn about them, man. You understand what I'm saying? With that, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to pass the class over to priest and officer. Yeah, man. You'll keep it here. You'll move it.
I'm moving in a second. Shalom. How about Shemel Shabbat? How Shemel Shah? You understand? First of all, you know what I'm saying? Let's say the water to my brother over somebody. I'll get that brother a hand again, please. Powerful priest, man. Powerful brother in the school, man. You know what I'm saying? Holding me down. Appreciate it. Where was we at last?
Genesis 25 and 26.
Come, most something crazy. If you mind, brother, you mind if we read that again real quick? Y'all?
Yeah,
Come, please. No, because you bring out that heavy stuff, man, that's leading me right up to what we're going to get into tonight in Lashawan Qadash. Again, Salaki for my lateness. You know what I'm saying? Extenuating circumstances forced me to not be able to get here on time, you know what I'm saying? But we still going to rock it out and do what we do.
Yeah, that's right.
So go ahead and read that again, please, brother. Brother broke it down so tawab, man, but I was going to bring it over here to this Lashawan Qadash, man. Go ahead and read that.
The book of Genesis, chapter 25, verse 26.
Mm-hmm.
And after that came his brother out.
Actually, go back up to the verse before when, red and
Most like in verse 25. And the first came out red.
First came out what?
Red.
First came out red. We actually broke it down last week, right? We broke it down last week. We on the table of nations, Adawam, which is Edom, which means red. The first came out red, right? You know,
All over. Like an hairy garment.
Red, and he was hairy.
Right.
He was like, I always use the example, he was Robin Williams. Has anybody ever seen Hook or Mrs. Doubtfire or any Robin Williams movie? This man was like a straight up bear. Like arms. Like how you got hair on your elbows? Like I put in certain parts of your arms supposed to grow hair like that. This dude had hair. That's how they are. They grow hair on their eyelids. You know what I'm saying? They are red and they are hairy. Read on.
And they called his name Esau.
And they called his name Esau, right? The word Esau actually means wasted away is he.
Right.
Read on. Because his blood shows forth through his skin.
Right.
You understand? He don't got, what do they call it? Melanin.
Right.
All the other nations have melanin. Don't get it twisted.
That's right.
So when you are black, so let me say this real quick. If you are blackity black, talking about, the melanated goddess.
Right.
The melanated woman. Are you talking about the East Indians too?
Right.
Is that what you're talking about? Oh no, you must be talking about the Filipinos.
God.
You're talking about the Chinese.
Hawaiians.
Because they all got melanin. You understand? But guess what? But there is one race of people that don't have it. They just red. That's it. They different shades of red.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? All the other nations, you know what I'm saying, have a higher range of hues or complexions. But this one nation, they can't help it. They just red. That's why their name means red. So you want to ask why we say, why did they say they're Caucasians or Edomites? Because that's what you are. That's your forefather.
Right.
Esau is your forefather, and you goddamn red. That's why you're getting mad in front of this camp right now, turning red in front of my face. Imagine that. Imagine trying to argue that you're not Esau and you're not Edom while you are actually turning red in front of me. Mad as hell because of what we're saying. What you got? Come.
And the second one, remember, she was like, hey, I'm not a man, I'm a possum.
Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying? Claiming to be a whole, you know what I'm saying, possum. And I look at, you know what I'm saying, the so-called oppressor, man.
Right.
Claiming to be so.
Right.
Your entire description is in this Bible.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
And you were either like, we must be more at it. We gotta be more at it.
I guess so.
You know what I'm saying?
If you were Israelite, you know what I'm saying, then my name is Chef Boyardee. They are over there frying in Israel. They're fried up. Like, they get scared when the summer comes. Like, oh, God.
Right.
Like, you want to talk about a pandemic. Sun waves, like, heat is, like, detrimental to their existence.
Right.
But they're in their homeland, right?
Right.
Getting all the skin cancer. Good.
Verse 26. And after that came his brother out.
And after this ball of fur, this red ball of fur emerged from this sister's womb. And everybody in the room, I'm sure, was like, oh God, what is this? Right? After that happened, read on.
And his hand took hold of Esau's heel.
So the next one came out and his hand took hold of Esau's heel. Read on.
And his name was called Jacob.
His name was called Jacob, right? Is his description in there? Why does it not say, oh, the next one came out just like the other one? Why is it not even saying, oh, the next one came out looking like this? Why is that? Yeah,
because he was normal.
He was normal
like all the other children.
He was just like all the other children. That's all it was. They were not identical twins. They were fraternal twins. Right? Any more on that? No sweat. No sweat. So before it says two manner of people were in this sister's womb, right? And two types of people were gonna come from her loins. Completely different races, two different nations, two different types of people. All nations on planet Earth are related, right? We already broke that down. That's a fact. Right. We all bleed red, right? They say, right? Even though my brother brought out yesterday, so does a dog, right? So does just about any animal bleeds red. I guess my own brother said, you know what I'm saying? That's my brother over there, man. That's the dog, you know what I'm saying? Fido. That's my cousin. Because we bleed red. What you got, Op?
They got women marrying dogs right now, so I mean.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. They are dogs. You understand? Now, does that mean that they're actually dogs? You know what I'm saying? We know that they're disgusting beasts, and some of them be crawling on all fours. We know that they have sex with animals. We know they do all kind of wicked, filthy things, right? But they're still human. But you know what I'm saying? For all intents and purposes, they just not us. Right. I said, please, Op.
You know, they say that, especially the white man, that the dog is his best friend.
Mm-hmm.
But yet, I've never heard white people complain about what Moab does to dogs. They never say nothing about that.
Mm.
But they put Michael Vick in prison.
Right.
But
I mean,
I've seen Moab put a dog in a pot.
Right.
Alive.
Mm-hmm.
With
Well, they do have. Don't get it twisted. Them animal rights. But here's the thing: they can't. There's only but so much they can do. Michael Vick is a slave. He's a slave in America. It's much easier to use him as a scapegoat and go at him.
Right.
Right. But what are they gonna do? It's illegal to cook dogs in America. It's illegal. Right. So technically, if somebody finds you in the basement doing it, they can arrest you. You can get locked up. But are they gonna fly to China or wherever the heck it is and try to extradite somebody? No, they can't do nothing. That's their laws and their culture and their business. They can't do nothing. So they just, you know what I mean? But they definitely got a problem with it. You know what I'm saying? It's disgusting. But anyway, back to what I'm saying about this, the water for that. These two nations, man, it's important to understand the difference between them while we break down the rest of these nations, man. Because we are not like everybody else. Somebody tell me what Jacob's name was later changed to. Please.
Israel.
His name was changed to Israel or Yasher Out, which means what?
The Prince of the Power.
It means the Prince of the Power. Think about the magnitude of that. Think about if you were born of another nation and you had to recognize that those people that you oppress, that you mistreat, are actually God's chosen people.
Right.
The Prince of the Power. Like, no one on this planet Earth has the connection that you have with the Most High.
That's right.
Period. I don't care who it is. That's why I always tell my brothers and sisters, man. And the Isupk been teaching this since 1969. I want you to find me the lowest, most base, strung out, crack, quote unquote, crack hole you can find. She's better than the Queen of England.
Right.
You find me the most disgusting, gang banging, just killing up everybody black man you can find. He's better than Donald Trump.
Right.
Better. Unfortunately, we're influenced by their culture. And so we take on their customs. But we're better than them. Period, point blank. Right? So we're about to get into the rest of these nations. You know what I'm saying? So bear with me. Turn this camera around. We're going to get into it. Remember where I left off? What happened?
You left off at
I mean, no, we should be 12 though. Oh, you got it plugged in over here? Yeah. It should be good if I switch it over to the other side. Though. That shouldn't be an issue. Hopefully the live don't get clipped. You said what, y'all?
Edom was number 7 of the nations. It was the last one that we went into.
Okay, that's not correct. We're gonna write them up there again so we have some context to what we left off. Slovakia. Okay, put some right there. do me a favor, just check the laptop real quick and make sure it's not clipping over or nothing like that. Just make sure we're still live and all that. Yeah, still live. Okay. Alright, so we got it coming. Just unplug it from there if you can, bro, if you sure. No, for you, unplug it from there. Okay. Well, we can unplug it from here real quick. Here we go. Just switch the cord to that side.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm Okay. All right. Let's see if we're good. Against Salakia. All right, switch it up a bit. Right?
Kind of.
Matter of fact, Yamazar, if you don't mind my shot. You got it written down?
Yeah.
Council, if you could just give me Edom right at the top here, just written out how we had it before. I'm gonna pick it up after you. Right? So we recall we went and just looked up Edom, the Blue Letter Bible, and in the concordance. Right? In Genesis chapter 25 and verse 30, where it says, kind of look at Edom's name, it's Adonamah, right? But if you look it up, you can see at certain intervals it's spelled Adawam. You know what I'm saying? That's the proper way to say it. Adawam means red. Christ. Oh, and let me say this real quick too, because I've been getting into, I don't want to say I've been getting into battles. You swap. But make no mistake about it, the Isupk and the Commander Junior Honda teaches proper ancient Hebrew. Let's just get that straight up, you know what I'm saying, understood.
Right.
No one else is teaching the true Hebrew, the water. No one else, the water. So you might see some fake Israelite group writing funny looking letters that look like this. Like instead of writing, if I may, I ain't giving too much time, but you might see somebody send out an right? In ancient looks like this, right? That's an right? You might see somebody do some crap that looks like this. And they'll say that is an This is not an
What is that?
Fake Israelites love to try to find some funky way to be different and say that what we speak in is wrong and we don't know the real Hebrew and all this nonsense, right? I'm not going to go into the true history of like the breakdown because I could, but just know that this symbol did eventually get used, right? But this symbol came much later. The oldest artifacts in the Phoenician script look like this for the eye, right? So if you see this, or you might see something that looks like this, right? You might see this. So like if the stalk will come down a little bit more, right? And you'll see that. That's still this. This crap is not ancient Hebrew. This is where you start to get that Yiddish garbage. We got to keep that in mind. That eventually our language we kept going through captivity after captivity. You understand? We kept having invasion after invasion, and all manner of things were happening, which is why we even have this right here. What do we call this? Assyrian. Why do we call this Assyrian?
Because they changed the alphabet in Assyria.
That's exactly why we call it that. Because when we were in captivity in Assyria, right, or when they came and invaded, they started to force us, right, or inject this lettering system on our language, right? Now we're talking about thousands of years ago. there was only but so many written, languages at the time. Hebrew being one of the oldest, really the oldest, right? But just scholarship, the way they word it, they'll say one of the oldest, even though it is the oldest. But this is because of a captivity. This is not how we wrote, our language prior to that. This is how we wrote Salakia. This is how we wrote it, right? And you can look it up. Let me real quick. It's not hard to find. Let me find it. Just so you can see it. So, like I said, I mentioned that fake right? That fake you started to see around 600 BC, but here's a common one, right? Look at this. This is an excerpt from a stone called the Moabite stone. So I'm not gonna go, like I said, I'm not gonna get too much in history, but just for some brief knowledge on it, right? All the Moabites are descendants of who?
Shem, Ham, and Japheth.
All nations, the ones that we're about to go into, the rest of them, the ones we went into last week, are descendants of one of three people: Shem, Ham, and Japheth, right? Noah's three sons. Of those three people, who did the nation of Israel come from? Please. Shem. Who did Moab come from? Shem. If you look at a map, what was going on at those times, Moab was right there. Moab was a neighbor to Israel. They were mighty close to us. And that's why all those languages, right, they're called Shemitic languages. Shemitic languages, right? Arabic is considered a Shemitic language. It's a different splinter off, right? Moab was actually closer to Israel. If you look up scholarship, they'll tell you that the way they wrote it, it looked the same. But the difference was in the dialect, how they spoke it. Right. That's what made the major difference. But here we have an example from 840 BCE, a common artifact, the Moabite stone, right? So if you look at it, hold on, let me just get a good one. If you look at it, you can see very clearly our script, right? Because they were writing, because they had learned the same language as us. They were descendants of the same forefathers as us, right? And split it off. Now, of course, we were different nations at the time, but the writing system, this is the Moabite stone. Really? Distinguishable between the two. So this is just a prime example of how the Semitic languages looked, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. You can even look at it and say, see, wa, ka, ma, sha, I, right? It's Hebrew, man. Remember, we all spoke the same language at one point. There was one language. What happened to that one language? Please.
It was confounded.
It was confounded where?
At Babel.
At Babel. The Tower of Babel was when all of a sudden we spoke different languages. But prior to that, there was one language, right? All right. So now we got Edom. You know what I'm saying? We know who that is. So we're going to jump to the next one. Slack. This one should be familiar. How should I do this? I'm going to just write it like this. And I want somebody to tell me what it is without, you know what I'm saying? If you know it, that's wild. But sis, I would really like to see if you can get this one, all right? This one should be easy to read. What does that say? Very common word we use often. All right. This nation is very, very important in the scriptures. You understand? What you got?
Lashawan.
Let's say it again.
Lashawan.
Most High in Christ, give her a hand. Lashawan. All right? Which, of course, is the biblical name, or is the Hebrew name, the ancient Hebrew name of the Israelites. You understand? Lashawan. Let's break it down real fast. Real fast. Of course, we got to write the transliteration. But guess what? The blacks, Hispanics, Native. Okay? Israel. Now let's look that up in the concordance, right? So we can see the breakdown of it. Matter of fact, Mario. Salaki, brother. Mario. See me this my chunk in my concordance, it's right there. Yeah, come on. It's chunk should be open. The water, brother. Go back to come on, that's not a problem. The water. All right, so how we do it? Anybody remember how we find words like this in the concordance? All right, got yams on? You know, there's a few ways we can do it, right? Because we already know the English word, that's the easiest way to find it. We have the ancient, we can't really find that in here. But either way, we still know the formation of the letter. So if we wanted to be Most High in Christ. Well, that's the wild, brother. That's the wild. If we wanted to do it the hard way, pause, all we got to do, we go to the Yah, right? And then we go find the next letter, Shah, Ra, all the way till we find the closest thing. But here, we'll just go ahead and just go and find the English word. So we go to the I section. And if you're doing this on blue letter, you just type it in, right? You just type in Israel. So go to I, right? See Isaiah, Ishmael. Let's see. Is that right here? It's right here. You see a lot of letters, a lot of words. So if you see it right here, you see Israel. It's lucky. You see Israel. And then you see all the word that is used primarily is going to be Hebrew word H3478. So now we go there. Go to the actual concordance section. We go H30. We get 3478. Most High in Christ right here. Now you'll see something I want you to be aware of, and don't be dismayed at it. You'll see this garbage. What does that say, Yanazar? Read that right next to that entry. What's that word right there?
Yisrael.
Yisrael. You'll see the word Yisrael. It sounds crazy, right? Nasty. Crazy nasty.
Oh my goodness.
Yisrael, that of course is not the actual word. You know what I'm saying? They love the Yiddish. They love the fake so-called Jewish man's, you know what I'm saying? They love his renderings of these words, how he done butchered the language, right? That sounds effeminate as I don't know what. Yisrael. Do not say that. Ever. Yeah, don't say. I mean, I know my brothers are here. They're not gonna say it, but somebody's gonna come to the classes. You know these classes are about to be, you know what I'm saying, filled to the brim. You know what I'm saying? Now that we in these last days and all kind of mayhem is going on, right? People gonna be coming to the class like, yeah, so I have a question. When did Yisrael when did they get the kingdom back? When did the nation of Yisrael split? Like, and we're gonna be like, brother. No sweat. So, as you can see, right, it says Yasha Allah. That's what the X is in Hebrew, right? And again, how do we know that? We use what they call comparative linguistics, right? That's the scientific way to know. The way that you know is because the men of the Lord and the Isupk know everything and you don't know a goddamn thing.
That's right.
That's the real way you know. They know everything and you know nothing. I knew nothing. Now I know everything because I learned from them. That's right. Just like my brothers in the school, okay? That's the main way you know, right? But the scholarly, quote unquote, scientific way is what they call comparative linguistics, right? Imagine let me think of a good way. What's that marker? Salaki. You know what I'm saying? You might think of a tree or something like that. Yeah, think of you have a tree, right? And then the tree has, you know what I'm saying, the branches that branch out and all of this, right? And the tree has a root. This is the root of the tree. All of these get nutrients from the same place. So you might think of languages in the same way, right? So let's say the language, let's say English, right? If English is on this tree, you'd find that the root of English is shared with other Germanic languages. English is considered a Germanic language, and so German, what other Germanic languages exist now? I think that might be it. I'm sure there's more, but I can't think of them right now. But they share common ancestry. A language is much like a people, right? We're talking about culture. Much like a people, they share common ancestry. So what you'll find is that Hebrew, now we know that Hebrew is older than all these other languages, right? But how they'll look at it is they're looking at it as, well, who's speaking the language now? And what other languages are being spoken in the area? So they'll look at, say, Hebrew, they'll look at Arabic, you know what I'm saying? They'll look at Aramaic, all these languages that are connected because they're Shemitic languages, right? And they'll go to the root. But then you'll start getting into the arena of what they call proto-languages. Proto-Canaanite, right? All that means is before. So all these people who are in this region, right? In Israel, yeah, you know what I'm saying, all these people who were close to us, the Moabites and these different nations that were real close to us speaking similar languages. Well, if you were to go back, well, what language was originally being spoken? What is the father of these languages, right? I think the word is lingua franca. I think it's French or some Latin, some lingua made from Latin. Lingua franca, basically the father language or the oldest. If we were to go take how we word it now, how do we go back, right? Even the word root, right? I use the word root to describe a tree. The English word root, if you were to go back and look at that word and say like Middle English, it didn't look like this. It wasn't spelled like this. It was spelled like that. And it wasn't pronounced root. It was pronounced root, right? That's basically how it works. This word is like the father to this word.
It sounds more German.
It sounds what?
More German.
More German, because that's what it was, right? So that's how that works. I'm saying that to say, as you look through these Hebrew words, you'll find that they're connected through some kind of common connection. So in the case of the word Israel, Yasha Allah, it says from H8280 and H410. So Yalazar, if you can't, is your blue letter working, or you still got that issue with it?
I can work it a little bit better now.
If you can, get me the Hebrew word H8280. I'm going to get H410 in the concordance, right? H410. Got it.
Stuck again.
No, you swap.
Let me see. Nah. We ain't gonna mess with it.
No sweat. So first things first, I'm gonna get. Okay, if you can, please. So that H 84.
You know, after the class, could you show me how to delete that?
Come.
You know, because if I delete it and then I go on the website,
Come.
I can operate it that way.
I got you.
You want H?
84. What's it now?
84.
No, sorry, it's like H8280. 8280. Okay, that's the one.
H8280. Sarah.
Nope.
Sarah.
Nope. Just get, does it have the Hebrew letters there?
It has the Hebrew.
And what's the Hebrew letters?
That is the shot.
Mm-hmm.
The guy.
If you can't Bible shop, matter of fact, just write those three letters right here, real quick. Right. No sign Christ. Or ancient real quick. You don't mind, bro? For sure. You just write it to the right.
Write it up.
In the ancient, you just write like a W. Each one. It's just a straight up W. It's the shot. Yep. Shot.
All right, sir.
Count. Count. Now, don't get it twisted. This is a little bit of a flimsy translation. Here's the part you really, really need. Because this can confuse you, because this is also a word that means like princess arms. But really the root is shar. Right? It says shara because they're translating it as rusha. But get the scripture. Get the scripture so we can see what it actually says.
Which scripture is that?
The scripture is, I'll tell you right now, it's Genesis chapter 32 and verse 28.
The book of Genesis, chapter 32, verse 28. And he said, thy name shall be called no more Jacob,
Right?
but Israel, for as a prince,
So as a what?
for as a prince,
Now, as a prince. As a prince. So we look it up. Same thing. Do it real fast, right? It's a P section. Pause. P. Right? Philistine. Praise. Precious. Here we go. Prince, right? H8269. H8269. And you'll see right there. Shaw. That was the name of one of the 7 heads, right? Shaw means prince. So read the scripture again.
the book of Genesis, chapter 32, verse 28. And he said, thy name shall be called no more Jacob, but Israel, for as a prince hast thou power with God
As a prince hast thou power with the Most High. Read on.
and with men, and hast prevailed.
Right. He's a prince of the power. Right. So Yashar Allah, Yashar is prince. The Shara part just means like a prince's power or the power of a prince. Right. But Yashar Allah, give me H4, Saddam, give me H410 in the blue letter Bible. H410. So we know that the Yah at the beginning of a word means he. Right? So give me H410.
Want me to write it up there?
Come. In fact, I want you to write it in ancient right here and in Assyrian right after that. So we got this, and then what you're gonna write right here, and then the same thing here. Boom, boom.
You want me to do what now?
I want you to write those letters in this little bracket. In ancient on that side, and on the other side, you write it in
Ancient one, Syrian.
Yeah, so yeah, finish that one with Assyrian. Child. Is that up? What's that to the left? Stop.
Salakia.
It's an ah,
Count.
and then what?
Salakia.
Just next to you are right there. You go to ah, and then what's that to the left?
This is
That was like a rock. It's supposed to be a la. That's ancient. Right now, you're doing on that side. That's Assyrian, right? So yeah, you can go ahead and do the ancient on that side. I'm gonna do that first. Yeah, go do the ancient right there real quick. It's right above you. Left. I mean right. That's right. I'm saying you really just writing what I wrote. Right there.
you throwing me off.
That word that's right above. Okay, you see where your hand is? Yes.
Count.
Just write that. Just the part that you don't already have. God. Most High in Christ. That's that. Most High in Christ. Only thing you gotta fix the la right there. Left. Yes. That's supposed to be a la. That's ancient. You need this.
Count.
That's too hard. Right now, we're just breaking down the formulation of this word. Shah means prince, and it says, as a prince has power. It's a tough. That lie is the funniest of them all. But you're gonna get it. It's more like okay. Why? It's lucky. You see it? She's more like. Look at that handwritten one. It almost looks like a seven. Like this. Either way, but yeah, the handwritten one kind of shows you how to write it a little bit. Make it a little easier for you. But the why? What you just did was write Yasha Allah. He's a prince of the power. He is prince power. And what I was saying was, I brought up the comparative linguistics, comparing other languages in the area. An I and a La say what? No. What is it? Yasha. What's the word for Israel? Yasha Allah. Yasha Allah. Who else uses this word? Allah. Come. Muslims. The problem is Muslims turn this into the Most High, but this is not the Most High's name. This means power. It's a way of describing him, right? There's a difference between, because guess what? Officer. Trooper. Sister. Did I say anybody's name in here? No. None. I gave you, that's your title. That's something that describes you. I can say gray shirt, right? That describes you, but that's not who you are. Isupk, Yanazar, Mahayar, Tawam, right? Like, that's your name. In Islam, this is God's name, and that's a salak, it's a goddamn lie. That's not the Most High's name. This is a word that describes him. He's the power, right? But notice how many Israelites got this name, word in their name, right? It's just a word to describe the Most High, but it's not the Most High's name. That's the difference. But the point is, this sound, this connection of letters in Arabic makes the same sound. So how then are we reading the concordance and it's talking about Yisrael? El. If you look at how they translate this, they translate that like this.
That's what it was on here.
Right. El. Yisrael or some garbage.
With apostrophe in front of it, or not apostrophe.
No, yeah, you're right. No, it's an apostrophe, something like this, right?
Kind of.
Right. Yisrael or El, whatever. But if you look at all the older languages in the area, all the Shemitic languages, none of them say this. None. Right? They all say the sound like Allah. That's why we say Yasha Allah. Right? And again, this is not something we took from them, it's something they took from us. Keep that in mind. Right. You understand? So that's how that is formulated. He is a prince of the power. We'll go to the next one, get some more of these heathens my brother brought out earlier. We're gonna run straight through it. So bear with me real quick. Let's just, you know what? Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We'll do it like this. We'll do the ancient. And then I felt this here. That's what we're gonna do. Both sign Christ. And Salakia. I'm gonna throw you for a little loop. Switch it up a bit. Yeah, do this one. just like this. Okay. Lock it. One more. I'll let y'all fill in the blanks. Okay. All right. Who's gonna volunteer? Sign Grace. Everybody's gonna get a turn on. What's really gonna impress me is I want to see y'all tell me who these particular nations are. Right? That'll be the hard part. We got about 15 minutes left. So all right. So on you, brother. So let's see. We got these two up top. 6, 8, 9. All right. Look 3 and 3.
That's what you want me to do exactly.
All right. So what I want you to do, first things first. First things first, I want you to just give me, so these two right here, give me a Syrian of these, and then I want you to try to tell me, I know you're not going to be able to necessarily tell me who they are, but the biblical transliteration, so basically the English version of these words. What these words are in English. Hope y'all been studying. I'll read. Some of them, you'll know from the sound. Some of them you kind of got to know. Right?
That's Qadash.
It's what?
Kawash.
Say it again.
Kawash.
Kawash.
Kawash, I mean Kawash.
So you swap. Kawash.
And that's
Who would that be? Most High in Christ. That's good. Get that brother a hand. That's good. Now, really impressed me. Cush is known as what today?
Ethiopia.
And right, get the brother a hand again. That brother knows his stuff. Cush is Ethiopia. This is another one of those words that in the Bible you'll see it written either way, right? Sometimes you'll see Ethiopia, sometimes you'll see Cush. Next. It's a backwards I.
Okay.
With a little
Yeah.
stalk at the bottom going the opposite direction. Boom, boom. Most High in Christ. Mm-hmm.
And that is
Y'all know this one. This group of people is prominent.
oh, is my Rayim. My Tazar
Mm-hmm.
Rayim. My Tazarayim. My Tazarayim.
Come on, Matu, you can say it like that. Matazarium.
My Tazarayim.
Matazarium. Mm-hmm.
And that's Egypt.
Matazarium. That's what?
Egypt.
Most High. This brother knows it. All right. Most High in Christ. Right.
Now I got it right. I guess I don't know. Egypt. No, this is not. I don't know how to spell it, man. I thought it was that. Egypt.
Definitely not. It's just EGYPT.
Okay.
It's all right.
Who's that crap? Okay, that's Egypt. And
Right? You can just write Egyptians to the left of me.
Egypt.
What's up with you?
And here we have Payut.
No, not Payut.
Yacht.
Nope.
Pawat.
Most High in Christ.
Pawat. Pawat.
Pawat.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh boy, unless I get frozen on no.
So we gonna get it.
Salafia.
Nah, it's wild. We gonna get like Cap said. We gonna get our language back.
That's right, right.
We're gonna get it back.
That's right.
We're gonna take our time. We're gonna stay in these classes, man. Before you know, we all gonna be Hebrew scholars in here, man. I'm learning just like y'all, man. We all learning. Most High in Christ. There we go. Beautiful. Beautiful. Pawat.
Pawat.
Who is that? Most High in Christ. And where is that today?
Is that Sudan? No.
I'll give you a hint. It's not a country. Think of it as a region.
It's like Sudan and below.
Okay, well,
East Africa?
North Africa.
I mean North Africa.
Yeah, North Africa. So you write that to the left. North Africa. Most High in Christ. The North Africans. What do we know about the North Africans, man?
Those are the ones that had a hand in our slavery.
I don't know nothing about them. I know they're Africans, and I don't give a damn about them. That's what I know. They're Hamites. That's what we know about North Africans. They're Hamites. That's what we know about Egyptians. They're Hamites. Ethiopians, they're Hamites. Go ahead.
I got a question. It's something that's always, been on my mind. Like the areas of the Hamites, right, in the Bible is now occupied by a mixture of people, conquerors that have come into the area. And they don't even look nothing like the original of the area. There's a few originals still in the area. But my question is that still the same seed, or is that just the people that occupy in that area?
More than likely, just the people occupying the area. I mean, you got all kinds of. If you look, for example, anybody ever taken like one of those like standardized tests? Like you can okay, you can take an SAT or ACT or any kind of standardized test, right? Like back when I was in high school, like we had to take the Regents exams and all this stuff. And when there's a part in a lot of those tests, or when you fill out a form where it asks you your race, if you look up where it says Caucasian in there, it says they're from North Africa.
Really?
It says North Africa, South Africa, Middle East. It basically said that white people from everywhere. It's saying like they just everywhere trying to say that they're, you go watch 10 Commandments. Charlton Heston is Moses. The white man is Moses. He's Jesus. He's the Pharaoh. He's the Hamites. He's everybody in the movies, right? Except the Nubians, right? But no sweat. The reality is you got a lot of mixing up going on over there. You got a lot of Arabs over there, you know what I'm saying, in Egypt. So it's all mixed up. You know what I'm saying? Please.
Because one scripture says the inhabitants of Tyre, not necessarily the seed of Tyre, but the inhabitants, the people that live there now.
Right. I would have to get clarification on exactly what it means when it says the inhabitants of Tyre, but I would for the best.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? These people they conquer everything. You know what I'm saying? It might, if anything, some of them might just be a mixture of Edomites and Hamites.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It might be Edom really living up there. You know what I'm saying? In Egypt, who gives a damn anyway because it's a dust bowl. Yeah. And the original Egyptians, who the hell knows what's going on? You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is, Hamites. What we got next? For time's sake, I'm going to give it to you. The water, brother. No matter of fact, honestly, anybody mind if Yanazar continues? And then somebody else want to give it a shot? That's why? Swap says? Okay, all right, Yanazar. You on the road. Keep going, brother. Now give me, in the opposite direction, pause, give me the ancient.
Here? Okay.
Yep. So now you got Assyria already. I want the ancient now. This is another important, very important region / watch it back, Yanzo, a little bit. It's because it can't. You good, man?
Connor.
Yeah, just watch. Uh-oh. I think I might have stumped him. Damn, my brother. Give that brother a hand. I didn't go off with that last one. You know that knob in the Assyrian at the
I
end.
had to think about it.
Looks different.
Yeah.
Who is that? First, I'm pronounce it.
Kanaim.
Close.
Canaan.
Which is who?
The Canaanites.
The Canaanites, man. Canaan.
Would that be West Africa?
No, well, you're close, but no. It would be the opposite of foot.
Sudan.
Most High in Christ.
What did he say?
South Africa.
South Africa.
The Canaanites.
Okay.
Would be what is today South Africa. Remember, there was a time when the entire land of Ham was Ham.
Yep.
All of Africa, and sometimes, check it out, and sometimes the entire land of Africa was called what?
Ethiopia.
Right? This is what the so-called, please.
If I meant Ethiopia is also a Greek word that means burnt faces.
I did hear that as well. I believe that is correct. The fact of the matter is, you cannot get caught up sometimes with these words, right? It's just like, it's fickle, you know? It doesn't really mean much. It means something, but they'll try to throw you off and you'll not understand what's going on. But a lot of times these words become interchangeable. And you know what I'm saying? One time a region might say this and they might say this because people get conquered. And this and that. Like even Canaan. Sometimes, right, you'll look up an artifact, it'll say Canaanite artifact, but really it's an Israelite artifact. Why? Why would a Canaan, what they call it a Canaanite artifact, but it's really Israelite? Please.
They stole
No, not quite.
because the Canaanites are identified as white people.
No. Tell me what happened in the scriptures. What happened in Canaan?
No, the Israelites took the land.
We did what?
Took the land.
We did what?
We took
We
the land.
took the land. We were in Canaan. Go ahead.
I have this book called Israeli Archaeology.
Right.
And it says that when they dug up Canaan, in the cities of Canaan, and they found bones and stuff, they couldn't differentiate of the race of the Canaanites and the Israelites.
Because they wasn't even there at a certain point. They were like, dog. We came in there and took it over. So they're saying Canaanite because of the region. So it almost be like, Langston Hughes is considered what? Who knows who Langston Hughes is?
Yeah.
Right? Who's in Langston Hughes? No, a poet. If you read a book, he's going to be called what? American poet.
Yeah.
But that's a black guy. That's an Israelite. He was homosexual, but that's neither here nor there.
His house is a landmark in Harlem.
He was flaming. Yeah, absolutely.
And that one, what's his name? Richard Wright.
All of them.
Them niggas was gay as
All of them. All of Harlem Renaissance cats. Langston Hughes, County Cullen, all of them. You know what I'm saying? That's what they were doing. But anyways, the point is, it'll be called, his greatest work will be called, oh, this is a landmark of American literature. But that's a brother. So it's the same thing. So sometimes you gotta know what region you're talking about at what time you're talking about. Right? So that's the same thing with Canaan. All right? So we can speed it up a little bit. So like, you know, we got about 4 minutes left. Let me see if I can just close this out.
Let me try to write some of this down real quick.
So next, we got Salakia. After Canaan, right here, we got Gamar, right? Gamar, which would be what is called in the Bible, Gomer. Right? This is France, the French. Then we have, it's a little cramped, so this one will be Ma, God, Wak. Wak, which would be Magav. Is Russia.
God and make God.
And we have Yawan. Yeah, again, I know it's kind of cramped, so luckily.
Just already.
And Ash. Ashkenaz. So I can hold up. Got that. Most of that. Ashkenaz. So Magog, right? This is your one or Javon. It's lucky. Javon, which is the Greeks. Then Ashkenaz, right? Ashkenaz. Mm-hmm. And a lot of these know who they are. Right?
Yeah.
You look up, yeah.
So like the European Jews call a group of them call themselves the Ashkenaz.
Right. They call them Ashkenazi.
Those are Jewish men, right?
Mm-hmm.
Those fake Jews.
Yeah. This is some slucky. Let's see one thing real quick. See? Now look at this. You can look it up. The traditional diaspora language of Ashkenazi Jews is Yiddish, a Germanic language. Elements of Hebrew, Aramaic, and Slavic languages.
Wow.
Right? Slavic.
That's all.
Russian and all that. Anything that ends with a stan. Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, all those. That's a real place. Kazakhstan is a real place. The boxer Triple G is from Kazakhstan.
I don't even know that name.
He sucks, so don't worry about it. The term Ashkenazi refers to Jewish settlers who established communities along the Rhine River in West Germany and northern France dating to the Middle Ages. Now, if you look at northern France borders Germany, right? And Belgium. Germany, Belgium, northern France, which is why during World War II, a lot of conflict was in that area. That's where most of the stuff was going on because they're so close to each other. So these are Germans. Okay? Last one, the last two, Salakia. We got your one, right? We got Ashkenaz. I hope Salakia, we get this one. This is going to be Qadash. Yash, who is Slovakia, or Tarshish, so as they call them in the scriptures, Tarshish, which is Spain. And the last but not least, right here we have Kathayam. Kathayam is Kitten, which is Italy. All right. So these are the nations. Slovakia. Some of it's not legible. You understand? But these are the rest of the nations. Obviously, not counting Israel. What do all these other nations have in common? They're heathens. That is absolutely true. They're heathens. They're 100% heathens. Give me some more of what they have in common. Can any of them come in here? You sure?
Absolutely.
Absolutely not. Can any of them be saved? Absolutely not. Are any of them our friends? No. Do any of them care about us? Absolutely not. Keep that in mind. These are your enemies. If they're not getting brackets here. Obviously, the problem with black people is that they love everybody else but these people. Of all the people on this list, my brother, you read Psalms earlier, right? Psalms 83.
No lie, I didn't get to it.
You didn't get to it? No sweat, no sweat. But Psalms 83 goes down the line of all the enemies of Israel and everybody going against us. But we too busy fighting who? One another, ourselves. Why? Because what does Psalms 83 say? What did the rest of these, everyone but this one, what did they all do?
confederate against us.
They did what?
They're confederate against
They
us.
are confederate against
They're
you.
the enemy, they hate God.
Absolutely. So they're confederate against you and make you just hate yourself. You want to be them so bad, you'll hate yourself. So we got to get away from that. We got to get back to our culture. We got to get back to our language. We got to get back to loving each other, man. I'm saying blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, true Jews according to the Bible. The rest of these nations, man, they're going into slavery.
Right. That's right.
And that's just the end of that. And with that, pass the class over to Priest Officer Mayo.
ISUPK security announcements. We're the ISUPK, started out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General Yohana. New rules for brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes to the school, they're off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to share themselves with the world. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother or sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithe, which is a commandment. You can find this in Numbers 18:21, Malachi 3:8-10. Means tenth in the Hebrew, and it's pronounced ma'ashu. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, gives to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like to give. Upcoming holy convocations, you understand, of course, it's the Passover. You understand, just use this time, brothers and sisters, you know what I'm saying, to get them garments together, get them funds in order, you know what I'm saying, put that money to the side, do what you got to do. For when we do get that order, you know what I'm saying, get that location and get that date, we can be ready. You know what I mean? Remind Akim Agwati, you know what I'm saying, to check on the social media such as ISUPK.com, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and so on for ISUPK events and materials. If your brother wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black boots, shirts, pants, headband, and scarf. And with that, I might him.